What's good, everybody? I'm the Ragequitgodd, and here I am with another season review. The last time I've actually done one of these was Chapter 4, Season 3, I believe? I haven't done one since, which I should honestly start doing these more often. And I actually did remember to, because I did see him, my dude Snooey Minotaur make a video and whatnot. So I should probably get on it also, because, well, I should probably get back on those videos again, honestly. So I'm gonna talk on the Battle Pass skins first, then the weapons, maybe some map changes, and then my overall thoughts. So first on the Battle Pass skins, we're gonna go in order. We got my dude Cerberus. Cerberus, he's okay. The one thing I don't like about him, it has to be the glider. A motorcycle that you hang from, which Epic has a glider where you're riding on a motorcycle, the Ghost Rider one. I'm not sure why they didn't do that for Cerberus, but yeah, besides that, Cerberus is great. I do like using him. He was one of my favorite tier 1s personally. Next, we got Aphrodite. I remember seeing him, like what she looked like in the survey concept stuff. Yeah, people saw that. I remember, with the, she was going to get an edit style later this season, which you can get right now. People were hoping it was the survey edit style one of how she looked, which, yeah, we didn't get that one at all. That wasn't the edit style people wanted. People liked the original Aphrodite in the surveys rather than this one. The Aphrodite, I didn't really use her too much. She is really good. I really like her. Her set, my favorite part, of course, had to have been the swing emote. yeah, we don't see too many emotes where you're just on a swing, but yeah, the rest of her set, I didn't really use her too much either. Yeah, I don't really use too many of the Battle Pass skins unless I like them a lot. Yeah, she was really good. They did her really well, personally. Then we got our girl Medusa. She kind of reminds me of, the skin itself reminds me of, you guys remember this skin, Maeve? I don't remember, that one barbarian girl from Chapter 2, Season 5. She had, like, an edit style where you can have, like, whenever you aim down sights, she also has the snakes come out of her head, which, that's what she kind of reminded me of, the first thing I thought of when I saw her. Her emote, I really like also. One thing I don't like about her is the fact that she only has the skin with the edit styles, the backbling with the edit styles, the pickaxe with the edit styles, and a wrap. She does not have a glider, a contrail, or anything like that. Feels a little incomplete if you ask me. I had to use the Orochimaru glider just to fill in the snake vibe. But yeah, she was one of the weakest links for me in this entire Battle Pass. Now I feel like this one is underrated. My dude Poseidon. People were probably hoping for like it to be an actual humanoid looking Poseidon, but no, we got Ripley instead, like, you know, little sludge monster. He's a bunch of slurp and whatnot. So this guy, I'm not sure. I think what they were trying to go for is like Poseidon being part of the ocean or something like that. So they decided to make him like into a liquid form, and the best thing that they had was slurp. But yeah, I think they did him really well. I do like how he has wraps for each of his edit styles. They then changed him into a slurp rarity. Sorry, but they changed him into a slurp rarity. I don't like how doesn't have his own contrail. They need to make more slurp contrails, but then again, it might be like there probably isn't much that they could do it for it. But yeah, his music pack was great. I really liked him. I don't like how his back bling, pickaxe, glider, they don't have the edit styles to match his other edit styles. But I do think his default style, yeah, he is pretty underrated. Now we got one of my other favorites, Artemis. I do like the galaxy stuff that she's got going on with her. Yeah, Goddess of the Hunting, which, yeah, I'm not sure why they chose the galaxy stuff for her, but I think it did. It looks really good. I do like her emote. She has a full set, you know, skin, back bling, pickaxe, glider, contrail, and an emote and a wrap. Really good. Her music pack is very good too. It's also a nice jam track you can also do, I believe, if you want to. Yeah, they did her pretty well. I can't really say too many negative things about her personally. Now we got Zeus, who is definitely one of my favorites in this battle pass. I do love his emote, the Tempest Flight. I would love for because they made that into an emote, I would love for them to make more like it, where it's like a power where you're kind of hovering, like maybe for example like the Iron Man gauntlets and you're like kind of flying up or something. I want more emotes like that, but yeah, we're not gonna get that unless it's tied to a character. That's something I have learned. Yeah, his edit styles are kind of meh, if you ask me. I do like how he has wraps that are like the black and white colors and whatnot. I do like those. The white wrap, I think it might look good on the skin Lachlan, but I don't have it right now. That's alright. Most of his stuff would look cool on the skin Black Adam if you have him, which I do not. Maybe if he were to return someday, but Epic doesn't want to bring him out right now. We all know why. But yeah, yeah, Zeus, I think, has been done really, really well. Now for level 100, it's my dude, Hades. Hades, yeah, I think I like him. Like, I think I like Zeus more than Hades, but Hades, they done really well, too. Yeah, he doesn't have an emote that you can do as anybody, but he does have a built-in emote that lets him change back and forth, which is really cool. I do like that. I like his glider too. Lets you glide kind of like your Green Goblin, like with that pose. Hades, yeah, I don't know what else too much to say about him. I have nothing else negative to say about him. I do like how he has a wrap that matches his purple edit style. That's really good too. Not sure if they're ever like if why they don't make it to where like wraps can have an edit style, which they should probably consider doing, but they're probably not going to do it. They're too far in with this now. Last but not least, we got the skin Korra, who was part of the Avatar collab in the Battle Pass. Yeah, she is a really good secret skin in my opinion. I love her contrail, or how it's of all the powers. Her emote is great too. I do like the little detail where Aang and Korra's eyes kind of glow when you do it specifically as them. That's really nice. This is just me though. Well, actually, I'll speak a little bit on the Avatar collab later. But yeah, Korra, they did it really well. The glider, one thing I didn't like about the glider was like the way, I feel like they made, from what I've seen clips of it, I feel like the way they could have done it is like a similar gliding position to like the Batman glider maybe? That's maybe what they could have done. But besides that, she's pretty good. Now onto weapons. I don't remember if the Reaper Sniper was new or not. Whether it is or not, I didn't really use it that much, so I'm gonna go into the Warforged Assault Rifle, which was pretty okay for what it is. We do have the mythic version, the Ares Warforged Assault Rifle, which kind of mid if you ask me. It would be like, even with the medallion that made like, you know, ranged weapons stronger, it was still kind of meh. That in and of itself, I don't even think that even saved it. Then we got the Huntress DMR, which you also have the mythic version, the Zeus Huntress in DMR, which I didn't use that either, which I find that kind of funny personally. We do also have these ones that I actually used, which everybody did, the Icarus wings, which I did not think that we would get at something like this, which like the closest things that we got to like something like the Wings of Icarus would have to be like the stuff like the Silver Surfer Surfboard, the Nimbus Cloud, and the Witch's Room. But this one actually let you fly up, fly down, and all that. Yeah, we have never seen an item like that, which I'm hoping we can get more like it. I doubt this one is ever going to return anytime soon because, well, it's God-themed, which is kind of sad. Then we also got the Chains of Hades, which you could easily do like 200 damage with this. Like, at first it wasn't the best, but I still liked it though. Then they started buffing it, and now it's pretty kind of strong. As to why they made it that strong, I'm not sure. And it's not even a mythic. You can get this basically anywhere, but you're still guaranteed one if you kill Hades. Then we got the Thunderbolt of Zeus, which this is one of the I think this is like one of the few mythics that are like, it's not copyrighted, but it's an actual power. And we also have it in creative, which is really nice. I know that like people thought it was OP because like the first two strikes, it just destroyed stuff. The third one, it actually broke through builds, which I know people didn't like about it. The shield bubble was able to protect you from it, but it came later in the season. Yeah, these Thunderbolts of Zeus was kind of fun to mess around with. My favorite has to be the Chain of Hades, but that's just me though. Now for map changes is what we got going on. So the stuff that changed on the map was, of course, Mount Olympus and the Underworld. So yeah, these are the main attractions right here. So Mount Olympus. So Mount Olympus, yeah, that one, yeah, this POI I think is pretty unique. I don't think we have too many pieces of it in creative, which I'm hoping that can change soon. Yeah, Mount Olympus was a pretty unique place, kind of like, I do like, being able to knock down a statue to fight Zeus, because yeah, I do like his medallion. Which I'll also speak on the boss, which each POI too. Zeus, yeah, he was one of the tougher bosses because he had multiple stages to fight him through, and yeah, he always had to do that little jump slam, the power, lightning punch thing, which was a little bit annoying. But yeah, he wasn't the worst though. His medallion is one of my favorites. Then we got the battleground area where my dude Ares is, which I kind of did speak on his medallion a little bit. Not the best, but it's not the worst thing ever to have it if you can somehow get it, if you feel like it. One thing about him is whenever you fight all the minions, and then he spawns, even if you kill the minions, like they'll continue spawning even when you're fighting Ares. And they'll only stop once you kill Ares, which I didn't really like. That's just me. Then we got that little gate POI and the Underworld. The little place where Cerberus is, and that place was kind of bad. But the Cerberus himself, not the toughest boss to fight. I do kind of find it unique how he has spawns the wolves that come attack you. His medallion is really good to be able to move around. You have those little skull things that let you dash. That's really good. Hades, one of my favorite bosses to fight. And also he has my favorite medallion, the Siphon one. And also whenever I'm doing the bot lobbies and I pair it with the Siphon thing, it just feels so satisfying. So my favorite has to be the Underworld. And just, I guess, Mount Olympus, but the Underworld. Now I want to talk events. We got the Avatar Elements mini battle pass in event. Pretty much, yeah, that mini battle pass. I think they did that one pretty decently. Yeah, we got both Aang and the Avatar State Aang as skins. We got the Aang's Air Spear, the My Cabbages emote. Yeah, that for the most part it was pretty good. I did like the Aqua Glider too. Pretty well. The one complaint I have about the mini battle pass has to be the fact of how with some of the other ones like Jujutsu Kaisen or the Ninja Turtles, they have this one emote that's at least similar to the other ones, the Shadow Play emotes. Then we have the Ninja Stance emotes, and then we have the Battle Prep emotes. I wish we could have gotten one of those, but for each of the individual elements from Avatar, like water, earth, fire, and air being their own individual emote or something like that. They could have called it Elemental Fire or something like that. Elemental Earth, Elemental Water, Elemental Air. Each of these has an individual emote. But yeah, I would have loved that. The item shop stuff, very expensive, if you ask me. If you wanted the pickaxe, too bad, you gotta buy the skin. Air Flurry, a little overpriced, but you could probably make the argument that it is a collab, so that's why it has to be $500 bucks. It should have been Then on the map, you had these shrines that you could go to then get the elemental powers, which the powers, airbending actually has to be my favorite because you could just move around so easily. You could hover over water and just kind of flow over the mountains because you're literally riding on air, which is really nice. That one has to be my favorite. You just get around so easily. Firebending has to be a second, which, yeah, that one is actually pretty good too. You can kind of spam it, which I know that's why people didn't really like it, because people didn't like having to spam people spamming it. One complaint I did see about it was it didn't actually ignite stuff on fire, despite elemental fire damage still being a thing, like, you know, being able to set stuff on fire. Probably because they knew it would be OP if you could just set everything on fire at will without, like, you know, like, going through the other extra steps, like, for example, like, using a gas canister. Yeah, being able to just, like, constantly be able to make fire without cooldowns. Yeah, it seems a little bit OP. Then we got water bending, which, yeah, like, I think people thought it was kind of trash when it first came out, when the skin Korra was released. But, then they kind of buffed it a little bit. It does heal you whenever you're in water, and then, you swim faster. Yeah, it is useful in its own way. It is pretty decent, at least. I think it's okay. Then we got earth bending, which, yeah, I don't think a lot of people like this one. But whenever you did hit somebody with a boulder, it was kind of satisfying. But yeah, it was kind of the worst out of all of them. Not that it's bad, but it is the worst comparing it to the rest of the other ones. But overall, this Avatar event was pretty okay. I think I did like the Ninja Turtles one a little bit better, but yeah, that's just me though. Then again, I might be biased because I did grow up with Ninja Turtles more than Avatar. But yeah, this event was pretty okay. Now we have the Star Wars event, which affected the entire mode, actually, well, the entire game, I should say. Battle Royale, it gave us Darth Vader back as a boss, which, yeah, he didn't even fly behind the mountain, which is a small detail I didn't like. Which I wish they could get where he was flying behind us on the bus, and we could see him land, but yeah, it was alright. His lightsaber was the only one on the map. There wasn't the portal things like with the Find the Force event or when Ahsoka was the secret saber. Yeah, I don't like how we didn't have those portals so we couldn't get the Force powers. I remember there was leaked stuff like Force lightning and all that, but we never got it. Maybe if Palpatine were to ever become a skin, but who knows when that's gonna happen. Then we got Chewbacca on the island, who he actually is kind of useful in his own way. Yeah, I think he's useful and kind of worth picking up. You didn't have to spend gold to get him. I didn't mind having to pick him up to, like, get him on my team. He's alright. And that's kind of it on the Battle Royale part of it. In Rocket Racing, all they really did was just, like, some challenges so you can get some cosmetic stuff for the cars. And, just the best car bundle. Fortnite Festival. Just some, yeah, like in the festival, not festival, just the main stage, the jam stage, pretty much that place was all like Star Wars themed. You had the little cantina places, which those were cool. I didn't mind those. Then we got Lego Fortnite, which got the biggest and bestest treatment out of all of them. It got a mini battle pass where that's how you get Chewbacca. You had a built-in emote, and no other cosmetic for Battle Royale or anything else, which is somewhat understandable, but I don't know. He did have a built-in emote, which I don't think should have been built in. I could but that's somewhat for another video. And the mini battle pass just had a bunch of just the Lego sets, which is okay. It is technically, yeah, it is a good deal. The 1,400 V-Bucks though, it is a good deal, and I think everybody likes Chewbacca. So yeah, pretty alright. The Lego side of it, you had so many of these quests that you could do. Like, so much new content there. In the sandbox mode, lightsabers are there permanently now. I am curious why they aren't doing this as of right now for normal creative, but maybe someday with this Disney deal. But overall, the Star Wars stuff was pretty okay. I liked it. I do think there was some room for improvement though, but maybe with the next May the 4th event. Now, onto some things that I didn't like. One thing I don't like was how they removed rarities. As to one of the most unnecessary changes that they've ever done. They really didn't need to, and if we kind of have an idea of as to why they did it, or at least our own theories. Epic themselves said that it's not going to affect prices, but if I'm being honest, I think they're kind of lying because I've noticed more stuff being more expensive. The Guardians pack a little too expensive. I do know it's on a sale right now, which for like $20 or something like that. If I had to guess, a lot of people were not buying it, and so where they felt like they needed to do that, which, yeah, that should have been the price it was originally all along. But, at least they did it now. Yeah, then what else do we got? That's kind of it for the most, or actually not. They also added in the setting to be able to mute toxic emotes like the laugh it up, make it plantain, take the L, and whip crack. They made that setting, which we probably could have waited a little bit longer to get that, but yeah, it's here now. Not really much we can do about it now, but it's here. Another thing I did notice was they were also bringing back some decently rare stuff, like Dude. They brought back Janky. They still haven't brought back Kratos as of me recording this. Maybe that could change, but yeah, I thought that was interesting though. What now, my overall thoughts on this season as a whole? I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It did a lot of decent things. A lot of people did like it. But it did do some things that I felt like were unnecessary that they really didn't need to do. Yeah, the rarity stuff doesn't affect gameplay, but it was such a staple of Fortnite, in which like I know Fortnite, they think that like it's outdated and whatnot, which yeah, I don't think it's outdated. And even if it was, why not revamp the system? But yeah, this season it is pretty okay. I'm hoping that people were thinking that like that this was gonna rival like the Marvel season because of like the Greek god powers things, but we didn't get as many powers as I was hoping for besides just the Avatar stuff. But yeah, maybe they could improve some of this stuff next season. I'd imagine the Underworld and the Mount Olympus is all gonna be gone, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. If you did, let me know with a like, comment down below your thoughts on the season, and I'll see you all around.